Every face is unique. We all want to look our best, and it helps to understand not only how we age, but how our faces move and work. By explaining what our muscles do, we hope you'll begin to understand facial expression and how repeated muscle movement can affect your facial appearance. This knowledge can then help open your eyes to the possibilities for facial rejuvenation in clinic. And finally, to make the most of your appearance, professional makeup artist Ray Morris will show you techniques to maximise the beauty of your upper face. The muscles of our face animate our facial expressions when we smile, talk and laugh. These repeated expressions can cause lines and wrinkles to form on the skin. Yet lines can be reduced and softened using non-surgical cosmetic techniques. Every face can be divided into 3 distinct areas: the upper face, mid-face and lower face. In the upper face in particular, there are a number of muscles that create our expressions, and some that also give us lines and wrinkles as we age. The frontalis muscle is the only muscle actually lifting the upper third of the face. It elevates the eyebrows to draw up towards the hairline. Due to this constant movement, wrinkles, known as forehead lines, form. The frontalis muscle is a very expressive muscle. It's often used when showing surprise, so it's natural to have some lines in this area, often from a young age. The frontalis pulls up and the lines form horizontally across the forehead. The procerus muscle is located between the brows. It is a depressor muscle, which means it pulls down and can create a heavy fold or frown. This is seen as a line across the bridge of the nose. The corrugator muscles are also used when we frown. Over time, these muscles cause lines at an angle, pulling down in between the eyebrows. If your corrugator muscle is overactive, it can make you look angry, often when you're not, and contributes to your frown lines. A lot of people frown when concentrating or looking at a computer. Eventually, these lines can become more noticeable and might remain visible at rest when the muscle is not moving. Another important muscle active in the upper face is orbicularis oculi. These are the muscles around the eye that opens and closes them. This muscle group is situated all around the eye, and its effect is most obvious when we squint or smile broadly. Like the procerus and corrugator muscles, the orbicularis oculi is also a depressor. But as a circular muscle, it pulls in all directions all the way around the eye. This movement can result in crow's feet, which fan out from the corners of the eye. With time, the constant activity of facial muscles contribute to line formation. In the upper face, the signs of aging are generally crow's feet, frown lines and forehead lines. As we age, these lines can remain visible even at rest to form what are called static wrinkles. Understanding how your muscles work is the first step, and your clinician can open your eyes to the possibilities. There are a number of options for rejuvenation and enhancement, including muscle relaxants, dermal fillers, and skin treatments that can help to reduce lines and wrinkles, as well as improve skin quality and texture. Talk to your clinician about which treatment options are right for you. Wrinkle relaxation treatments have been used for over 20 years in clinical practice and have been used in more than 20 million cosmetic patients worldwide. They are used to relax the specific facial muscles that can create undesirable lines and wrinkles. When these muscles are relaxed, the effect is a refreshed, more open appearance in the upper face. They can also reduce further lines forming. Dermal fillers, including those made from naturally occurring sugars, can be used to fill in discrete regions like static wrinkles that are visible when the face is at rest, plus deeper folds and the lips. These sugars are already present in the layers of your skin, providing structure, support and skin elasticity. In the upper face, dermal fillers can refresh the eye area, alleviating a tired look by volumizing the tear troughs under the eye and plumping up hollow temples in both men and women. They can also be used to volumize the brow area to create a more youthful appearance in women of all ages. Volumizing fillers enhance or restore structure, volume and youthful contours to the larger areas of the face like cheeks and jawline. Now let's look at the skin surface. It is the outer layer of our skin that determines our complexion and is exposed to the elements every day. To keep your skin looking young and fresh, remember to protect against harmful UV rays with a good sunscreen that contains zinc, UVA and UVB filters. Cleanse and moisturize daily and exfoliate regularly to keep your skin smooth. And drink plenty of water to keep your skin hydrated. Cosmetic skin treatments can also be used to improve skin texture and quality, minimising broken capillaries, pigmentation issues, sunspots, freckles or blemishes, and redness or rosacea. Your clinician can advise which skin treatments are right for you, whether cosmeceuticals or perhaps resurfacing techniques such as chemical peels, dermabrasion, laser or IPL. Looking after yourself with diet, exercise, sleep and possibly rejuvenation techniques in clinic can give you a refreshed look. But you can also maximise your look with makeup to bring out the beauty of your natural features.
Makeup is my life. It can make a huge difference to how you look. But you've got to know the tricks. So I'm going to show you the golden rules. Generally, women do their foundation first, but the best trick is to do your eyes first. The very first thing you should do is to remove all the oil from your eyelids. If you feel your eyelids right now, you'll notice they're the greasiest parts of your face. If you put eyeshadow on grease, it will just slide and not last long. So just use an alcohol-free baby wipe to remove any excess oil. Now I can apply foundation that I've matched onto the eyelids. And what this does, you'll notice, it removes any of the blue-red tinge we have on our eyelids. When you remove the blue-red tinge, whatever colour you put on your eyes will become vibrant and true to colour. This is a foundation brush I'm using, great for liquid foundation. If you're going to use an eyeshadow, you must powder your eyelids first. Powder on powder, always remember that. What I'm using is a translucent powder, something really fine that matches your skin tone. You can see that I've taken away any shine and your lids should feel like velvet. Now any eyeshadow I put on Kate's eyes will slide on like magic. The secret trick for getting rid of wrinkles is using eyeshadows that are completely matte. The minute you add shimmer, you enhance the wrinkle. So only put shimmer where you don't have wrinkles, for example the cheeks and along the lash line. I'm taking a bone-coloured eyeshadow, something that's close to your foundation colour, and I'm putting a wash of this over the eyelids. When you're young, your eyelids have a beautiful neutral skin tone. Most women want their eyes to look open and more lifted. I'm going to show you the correct way to lift your eyes to make you look younger. Simply look straight ahead into a mirror. Find the highest point of your eyelid, put a little dot where the highest point of your eyelid is. If you keep all your makeup level with that dot or above, you will lift your eye. The second you start contouring downwards, you drag your eye down. Start with neutral colours. Think neutral browns, neutral greys, neutral blacks. So, while looking straight ahead, blend a very soft straight line across to that point. The problem is, by darkening the socket, which most women do, you darken the eyelid and make it look heavier and more deep set. Instead, we want to push this part of the skin back. A really good tip to remember when you're doing your eye makeup is to make a line from the corner of your nose to the outside corner of your eye and keep all your eyeshadow blended on that line, because this is what's going to give you that lift. Next, we're going to intensify the eyeliner around the lash line, but the same rule applies. Where the highest point of your eye is, we're going to make that eyeliner really thin all the way to the inner eye. And from the highest point of your eyelid, you can make it thickest from that point out. You can stop your eye makeup here, apply mascara, and it will look fabulous. To make it a little stronger, take a black eyeshadow, matte black, remember we're not going to use any shimmer, and by darkening the corner you can see you're getting more lift and more pull. The most important colours women should have in their makeup kit are black, a grey and a couple of very matte browns. Those colours create shape and intensity. I'm going to move on to the eyebrows now. I'm probably the most passionate person in the world about eyebrows, and this is going to change your life. Looking straight ahead, here is the rule. However wide your brows are here is how wide your nose will photograph. We get taught eyebrows should start at the corner of our nose and the corner of our eye and up. Instead, however wide you want this part of your nose to look is where you should start your eyebrows. When you're a little bit wider, what becomes the focus is the nostril area. And watch what happens if I move her brows into the desired bridge width. All you see is straight down the barrel. So if you're concerned that you have a wider nose, just move your brows in. Match the brow pencil to the exact brow hair colour you have. I find the most attractive thing to do with brows is not to draw the whole thing in, but to fill in what you need. So with Kate's brow, I'm going to move to that perfect line of her nose. And the other thing that's really important is you've got to make this side of your brow at a right angle, because if you don't, you'll get angry brows. And when brows go down and in, they point to the worst part of your eyes that also makes us look a bit grumpy. I'm using an angled brush and really softly making that more square and moving her brow in a bit closer to her nose bridge. And here's my golden rule with eyebrows. The more you arch your brows, the more you drag your eye down. So when we get older, even above 25, we can get a very strong protruding eyebrow bone. The more you arch, the more this bone becomes a feature, and this is not a feature that is very flattering. So I'm going to show you something very controversial. I'm going to lower her arch and lift her brow at the end. Don't worry, if you make a mistake, have a spare angle brush on standby with a little bit of your matching foundation and use it to clean up any mistakes that you make. You can already see that by lowering her arch, her eye doesn't look as droopy. I filled underneath her natural brow, and now I'm going to lift her brow slightly on the ends. My other favourite brow trick is to have a clean brush with foundation to get that beautiful, even Audrey Hepburn edge. Just flick out the end and you'll get the most beautiful groomed eyebrow line you've ever seen. Now I'm going to do the top mascara. Eyelash curlers are essential. There's no point having amazing black lashes if you can't even see them. How I judge lashes is by looking into the mirror straight ahead. How many lashes do you see? That's all that matters. That's why you have to curl them. This is the trick with eyelash curlers. You have to look down, then put the eyelash curl in and wiggle it a bit to make sure you have no skin, and then just do a nice tight squeeze for about 3 to 4 seconds. Now I can do the mascara. With mascara, I always believe it has to be black, brown just looks dirty. If you mascara the top lashes only, you'll give yourself a great cat eye, but if your eyes are slightly small, do both the top and bottom. It makes your eyes more open and more doll-like. Just for the moment though, we're just going to mascara the top. I find I like to use a metal comb because with traditional mascara ones you can miss about 50 little eyelashes on the inner corner, and you want to make sure you mascara every single lash you have. Now I'm putting a soft wash of foundation under her eye. I prefer liquid or cream foundations because they move with the skin, keeping your skin looking really youthful. We're going to use a little bit of concealer. The reason we conceal after foundation is because foundation will actually remove up to 60 to 70% of your blemishes anyway, so you don't need to use as much. I'm putting a little bit of concealer in this part of the eye. This part of the eye is a very delicate area for women. We have pigmentation concerns, dark circles, a lot of women have veins or something they just don't like. This is the other area I like to apply. It's where we tend to age, so I'm just going to lighten here as well. Then use a concealer that's 1 to 2 shades lighter. When you buy concealer, there's a trick. On the back of your hand, put a blue felt pen dot and a red felt pen dot. You just need to find a concealer that covers both colours without seeing the product. You can always water it down. Too much concealer is always bad. I'd rather see a hint of pigmentation than makeup. If you're concealing something that is below the skin surface, say for example under the eye, under the corners of the nose, use a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades paler than your foundation. However, if you're going to conceal a raised bump, use a concealer that matches your foundation exactly, because light concealers will highlight a bump. Now, eyeliner under the eye. Do this correctly or you'll age yourself by at least 20 years. What you want to do is lift your eye up and pull it out. A nice grey makes eyes stand out. Looking straight ahead, we're going to find the lowest part of her bottom eyelid. Then I put a little dot of grey pencil where her lowest point is. Then we pull our eyeliner very softly down so it's level with the lowest point of the eye. By using my technique, lowest point straight out, it actually lifts the eye up. You don't want to stop the eyeliner because you'll cut your eye in half, so we carry that across, and again I'm going to smudge that down to be in line with the lowest point of the eye. It actually pulls that part of your eye open, so you end up with a bigger eye that's lifted. What we want to do is to drag the eyeliner down level. If I line in here as well, very softly with a soft grey, but lower it down a little bit, you automatically make your eyes look bigger. So I'm just going to apply some bottom mascara. This will open up her eyes even more. Again, you'll notice I'm using a metal comb. It stops mascara hitting your skin, and with the comb you'll deposit mascara right to the roots. Already she looks like she has a bottom eyeliner. In summary, here are my golden rules. 1. Remove all the oil from your eyelids first. Lightly foundation, lightly powder. 2. Find the highest point of your eye, make a dot and make sure all your eyeshadow runs level or above. 3. Start your brows at the width you'd like your bridge to look. Make your brows a right angle, lower your arch if you are overarched. 4. With mascara, always black. Top mascara will give you more of a cat's eye. Doing top and bottom mascara will enlarge your eyes. 5. Under eyes, either don't do it or do it perfectly because it can age you. Find the lowest point of your eye and have your eyeshadow coming straight across from that point and straight across towards the inner part of the eye. Also, by using matte colours, you play down any harsh wrinkles and enhance your eyes. 6. Do most of your makeup looking straight ahead. For nighttime, you might want a more dramatic eye, something a bit more glamorous. I take a grey pencil and I go on the inner rim of the eye. It gives you a cat's eye. You must use a pencil that is not waterproof because waterproof pencils do not work on the inner rim of the eye. You can use a grey, a brown or even a black and go right into that inner rim. A lot of women do this on the inside of their eye only, and it will actually make your eyes look smaller. You can already see right away it lifts that bottom eyelid. If you want to use eyeliner on the inner part of your eye and you want your eye to look bigger, make sure you've penciled around the outside of your eye first. As we get older, the bottom of our eye actually sags down. That's why lining the inner part of our eye lifts it and makes it look more dramatic. Another tip for ladies who love bright eye colours, the best place to put this colour is on the inner corner of your eye. The reason is that you never have to close your lid to see it, and it's part of the eye that never wrinkles. I love using shimmer here as well, so I'm just going to take some gold shimmer. I'm going to wet my brush so it doesn't fall everywhere. When you highlight that part of your eye, it opens it up and makes it look a bit more youthful. It reflects light into the eye. So remember, silver, gold, violets, greens, soft purple, bright colours are great for making yourself look younger. Eyelashes can create a dramatic effect and add a glamorous finishing touch. The best piece of advice I can give here is don't apply them all the way to the end of your eye, otherwise it'll make them look droopy. Start a third of the way in and just fill in the gaps with individual lashes. So now we're going to step back and take a look. The tips I've shared with you today are the tips I use every day as a makeup artist for all women, all races, all ages. Remember, it's about accentuating what is attractive in the face and minimising the things you don't like.
Speak to your clinician about what's possible in clinic. Use clever beauty and makeup techniques at home. Looking great isn't luck. You can be your best with a little knowledge and a little expert help. So it's important to discuss with your clinician how your muscles are influencing the way you look. Your clinician can develop a unique treatment plan for you to achieve a refreshed and more rejuvenated appearance.